Oh, Shaw, guys. Welcome to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like a good recipe treats garlic. I'm your host, Connor.
And I'm your other host, Paul Giamatti from The Big Fat Liar.
That's my guy, Matthew Haux. So that's just an option that we can open with, It's up to you.
No. That's both. That's staying in the show.
Oh, that's staying
Regardless.
in?
Yeah,
Okay.
that is the show. The whole show.
Now, real quick, I need to ask, are you wearing gloves?
I'm not. No.
Okay.
No.
Because
Glove free.
there's quite a wintry scene behind you there.
Well,
I just wanted to make sure you were staying warm.
Well, yeah, no. I'm in a cafe. It's a little chilly in here on a nice wintry day, but I got my coffee way over there. And I'm totally chilling. I'm chilling.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's odd that there's no other noise coming from the cafe you're in.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty silent day, silent night, if you will.
Like the song.
Yeah, like the song. Yeah, there's nobody else in here. It's a pretty chill cafe, and I'm just kind of enjoying it. The people at the counter are like, this guy just set up shop in my cafe and he's recording, so it's pretty realistic.
A full box computer just pulled out, set up a monitor.
Yeah, I don't have a laptop, so I had to bring my entire tower, monitor, keyboard, mouse, all that jazz.
It's just a huge suitcase full of stuff in this cafe.
They were like, I took free Wi-Fi to a whole new level.
Now, I am going to call you out for this. Matt felt self-conscious because I decided to decorate for the holidays. So he decided to turn on this ridiculous filter.
Ridiculous? This looks great. It is.
I'm not saying it was poorly done. I'm just saying
the snow is falling, and I have never looked more real. You can't even tell it's a green screen background. You can't tell.
You're right. Your headphones are definitely not disappearing into the background at all.
Well, and the curtain is staying out of the picture, of course. But yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I look better than you.
I mean, that was just rude, dude.
But it's true.
You just don't have to insult me like that.
Although I do like the little mini Christmas tree.
I put up a little mini Christmas tree so people knew it was December.
Yeah, I do like the little mini Christmas tree, and the lights are, I mean, they're a bit flashy, but
no, I turned off that setting.
You turned off that setting. Oh my gosh, my dogs are breaking in. They're just busting in to this cafe. They found me.
Sir, you have to keep your dogs outside.
Sam, go. Go out. Oh my gosh.
Do you need to go get them?
Maybe. Sam, go lay down. Go on. No, ow. These dogs are insufferable. Just grab his collar. Sam, get out.
Somebody's angry.
All right, I do actually need to get them real quick.
All right, Matt. Do you know what time it is?
Oh boy, is it already that time?
It's already that time.
Lovely.
It's time to see if you're a clever boy.
Woo! Clap, 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 clap,
clap, clap, clap. Yes, it's everyone's favorite part of the show. This is the Clever Boy Quiz, the part of the show where we see if Matt is a clever boy.
Is it everyone's favorite part of the show, or is it just your favorite part of the show?
Well, if we listen to the people, no, it's not their favorite part of the show, but it's a good part of the show.
I do enjoy it, even though it frustrates me more than I can possibly say.
Well, good news for you. We have a themed episode this week.
Woo, yay, themed episode. Woo.
This week's quiz is called Name That Santa.
Name That Santa. Okay.
I have found 10 names for Santa from around the world. And I'm going to give you that name. You have to then tell me from what country or region you believe That Santa is
I
from.
know like 5 countries.
Yep.
So these kind of quizzes are impossible.
Well, it's also just like what it's like, what language it's from, or like what like so that sort of thing.
Okay.
So like that's why I added region to it.
Right.
Um, looking at the total here, you have 3 wins still.
Okay.
So you're still a triple clever winner. But you also have 3 losses.
I was gonna say, if I start getting more losses than wins, do I like either lose status or like get a different negative status, or like how does that work?
I don't know yet, but I mean, it's not going to look good for you if you have more losses than wins.
It already doesn't look good.
All right, are you ready for your first name?
Oh, couldn't be more readier.
Your first name is Santa Claus / Father Christmas.
Santa Claus / Father Christmas. I'm just gonna take a gander here. Could be wrong, but it's very English, and there are only a few countries with English as their like main language, I guess. There are a lot of English speaking countries, but
Right.
I'm just gonna go with a guess and guess the United States of America.
I'm going to give that to you.
Okay.
I'm going to say that's correct. So I'm going to read what I found.
All
And
right.
this is why. In the UK, US, and Canada, Santa Claus, or Father Christmas, is believed to have traveled around the world spotting a red suit, sleigh, and pulled by reindeer. In America, we usually leave out milk and cookies, but in the UK, it's common to leave a mince pie and a glass of whiskey / sherry for Santa and a carrot for his reindeer.
Oh man, whiskey for Santa? That's a pretty good deal.
Oh, that's why he's got the red face. He's coming
Yeah,
down. He's coming down the chimney plastered.
that's fair. Yeah. And there's like how many millions, billions of people on the planet, and like how many of their homes, like if he's going to every single home
Well,
on the planet.
that's in the UK though.
Right.
But you got to think about like how many other countries have adopted UK traditions.
That's true. Well, and just like
colonialism.
but like I'm sure I don't know if you have Russia on your list, but they probably leave some like vodka out for Christmas. So like depending on the traditions, Santa is getting drunk and he's
Yep.
doing that in 14 hours.
Yep. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so you got that first one correct.
Sweet.
Second one, Kris Kringle.
Kris Kringle. I I might be wrong. I think that's Irish. Right? I think it's Ireland. That's gonna be my guess because I don't know.
Ireland, final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
Sorry, Matt, that's incorrect.
Sorry.
Kris Kringle is actually a term used in the US and Canada. And it originates from the German word Christkind or Christ child.
So I was way off. Not only
Yes.
was it not Irish, it was mostly German based.
Pretty German in title, yeah.
Fine.
All right. Name number 3. Père Noël or Papa Noel.
That sounds very Spanish to me. So I'm gonna go with Spain, but it could theoretically be Mexico, but I'm just gonna go with Spain.
I'm gonna re-say the word just to give
Okay.
you Pire Noel.
Can you spell it?
P-E with a little line, R-E-N-O-E with an umlaut L.
Wow, I don't know what any of those words mean.
Well, those were letters, not words.
No, but you talk about the little accento and the umlaut. The what?
An umlaut.
I don't know what that is, but I don't really care. It doesn't help me decipher which country this is from. French. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea.
Final answer?
Sure, France. Yep.
That's correct.
All right. Okay.
So in France, it is Pierre Noel who delivers presents either on the eve of the 23rd of December or in the morning of the 25th. In the east of France, he is accompanied by Le Pierrot Fatouard, a man dressed in black who is said to punish the children if they misbehave.
Okay. I mean, all right. Sounds good.
That's yeah. Alrighty. Number 4,
Before.
Papa Noel.
Oh my gosh. These need to chill. But Papa is very Spanish, so I'm gonna go with Spain. Uh Final answer. Could be wrong, but I don't know anything. I'm being 100% honest. So Spain, final answer.
Matt, that is correct.
All right. It was so similar to France's, and they're
Mhm.
right next to each other. So that, yeah, thought processes.
Well, it literally translates to Father Christmas. The man behind the Spanish name for Santa Claus is commonly known to give out presents on the 24th of December or the 25th of December, or on the 6th of January from the Three Kings instead of Papa Noel.
Interesting.
In South America, a family member often dresses up as Papa Noel to give gifts to children while they try and guess who the family member is. While in countries like Mexico or Venezuela, presents might also be brought by El Niñito Dios, Baby Jesus, or Santa Claus.
Interesting. I love how you're really trying these, like, to pronounce these correctly, even though I would just not.
I feel like it's important that I try.
Yeah. It's not
Um,
offensive or anything.
I don't want it to be offensive. I'm trying to
No, you're not
respectful
doing
by
it.
saying properly.
You're not doing it in like a mean way. You're just doing it wrong, and that's fine. That's completely okay. No. I'm sure that's right because I don't know how to pronounce it. So I'm sure you're doing a great job, bud.
All right. You ready for number 5?
Yes, ready for number 5.
Weihnachten.
To what?
Weihnachten.
Oh, that.
I can spell it for you if you'd like.
Sure, why not?
WeihnachtSmann.
All right. We already said something about German, but it sounds very German. So because knock is night, I believe, or knocked with a T. So I'm gonna go with German. Final answer.
Alrighty, final answer.
Yeah.
That is correct.
All right.
It said in the article I found, we wouldn't be surprised if you struggled with the pronunciation for Santa Claus in German. It literally translates to Christmas man.
Christmas, man.
The festival season in Germany starts early with Nikolaustag, or St. Nicholas Day, on the 6th of December. It is thought that St. Nicholas comes in the night and puts presents in the children's shoes, which are usually polished. Kids have got to get in Santa's good books somehow, and placed by their front doors the evening before. In some parts of Germany, Das Christkind, Christ child, is thought to bring every children presents on Christmas Eve. Children also write to him asking for presents before Christmas. They even decorate their letters by gluing sugar to the envelope. In other parts of the country, the Weihnachtsmann, Santa Claus, is the one who brings presents to the children. Traditionally, German people open their presents on Christmas Eve rather than Christmas Day.
Okay. Very interesting.
What was that face?
Something fell. So
Oh, no.
I'm not. I don't want to jinx it, so I'm gonna knock on some wood, which my desk is made out of at this lovely cafe that I'm at. But I'm doing pretty okay, like pretty decent. Not like you're gonna throw me a curveball or anything. because
Of
you're definitely
course
not.
not.
You're too gracious. Bless you. You're too gracious for that. Sorry, someone came into the cafe.
Could you please tell the other patrons we're trying to record a podcast here?
Excuse me, other patron at this cafe that I'm so lovingly at. Could you quiet down a little bit? Quiet down.
You look like you're in a Hallmark movie.
No, wait. You don't have to leave. You don't.
You're losing them business, Matt.
I'm sorry. You don't have to leave. No, please don't. This coffee is delicious, is it not?
The cafe looks like it's from a Hallmark movie, and it's definitely called Café Noel.
Oh yeah, that's. How did you know? That's wild. That's wild that you knew that.
Alrighty. Number 6. Babo Natali.
What?
Babo Natali.
Boy, oh boy. That sounds like a lot of different things it could be.
Mhm.
I have no idea. So, oh, man, how do you even like guess? There's so many countries in this world.
Yeah.
So how do you even guess? Like, what?
Typically, one would try and saying a country.
Give me a region. Can you use it in a sentence?
Babo Natali will go around the earth delivering presents to all the kids.
But you have to do it in that language.
Oh, sorry. I only speak English.
Sorry, my translator broke.
Sorry, dude. I don't know how to speak.
Don't know how to speak what? What's that? What's the language that's from?
I just don't know how to speak, my guy.
Natalie kind of sounds like Natasha Romanoff. And she's from Russia. So
Right.
Russia, final answer.
Right? Russia, final answer?
I feel like, hold on. I watched a video recently. Apparently, Brendan Lee Mulligan was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I did not know this at all.
Yeah, and he crushed it. I think he won $50,000.
Yeah, he won $50,000. He was like at the that threshold before the 100-some thousand or whatever.
Oh, I don't want to brag though. I watched the video. I totally would have gotten that answer correct.
I would have too. I guessed it, but I still would have got it correct.
I'm not saying I'm smarter than Brendan Lee Mulligan, but
you're definitely not, because he's got brains for days.
I got bird facts too. Come at me, Brennan.
True. But
Please
yeah,
I respect you so much.
I feel like Brendan Lee Mulligan, like, because when he was on there, he was doing like all this huge thought process, and he was saying it all out loud, like,
right?
Because who doesn't want to hear how Brendan Lee Mulligan's head sounds like?
Right.
It's very fascinating, but I do kind of feel like him whenever I do my thought process on here. So yeah, Russia, final answer.
Russia, final answer. 5 minutes later. In Italy, Babbo Natale is thought to deliver presents at Christmas. Italian families start collecting presents at the start of Christmas, or at the start of December, and they are opened either on Christmas Eve or on Christmas morning. It's believed that the witch, La Befana, arrives during the night of the 5th of January, bringing small gifts, sweets, and dried fruits, which she leaves in the socks of the good children. Baba Natale is Daddy Christmas in Italian.
Daddy Christmas. I need to start speaking Italian now.
So you can win a quiz?
So that I can win a quiz. That does, like, now that you say it, it does sound very Italian, but well, world may never know, you know?
You'll see. All right. You ready for number 7?
Maybe.
Papai Noel.
What?
Papai Noel. Here, let me put it into speak to text just to make sure I'm saying it right.
Hopefully. But like, it doesn't really sound like anything, you know?
Papai Noel.
Papai Noel. That's what it said.
I don't know. You already said, like, I don't know where that comes from. You already said Italy. You already said, right? We just did
Yep,
Italian.
we just did Italian.
And we already had a double, like, American, like, US and Canada one.
Yep. We had England as the first one.
But that sounds like I can't really go with I can't go with a continent, because that would be, that wouldn't be specific enough to give me an answer.
No, I am looking for a country or a language. Actually, it's probably more of a language.
It sounds very, to me, again, I could be very, very off the ball, like I was with Russia. It does sound very like South American, maybe. Like, it sounds kind of Spanish, but like different a little bit.
Okay.
So kind of sounds like it could be Portuguese or Brazilian.
Right.
Maybe Argentinian. That I could see it being that too. But how do I go about guessing? I have no idea. Let's go. Yeah, sure. Argentina,
Final answer.
I guess.
So I don't. I let me look up and see what language they speak in Argentina.
Okay. They might have their own language. Maybe it's just Argentinian. Sorry. That's a little ear candy for the listeners in this waiting moment.
So,
okay.
What?
No. I just have something to show you that I'm very excited about.
So, from what I can find, the language that's mainly spoken in Argentina is Spanish.
Oh, really? Okay.
And the language I was looking for was Portuguese.
I was so close. I said Portuguese.
You did, and you also said Brazil.
Switched it.
Which, in my description, it says, quote, in some parts of Brazil, children leave a sock near their window. If Papai Noel finds their sock, he will exchange it for a present. In Portugal, Santa is called Pai Natal. He is believed to bring presents to children on Christmas Eve. Presents are left under the Christmas tree or in shoes by the fireplace. In other countries, families will either open presents on the eve of the 24th, midnight mass, or on Christmas morning.
I was right there.
I was so close
there.
If you would have just stuck with Brazil, I would have given you that point.
I should have. I was right there. Whatever.
Alrighty. Are you ready for number 8?
I am ready for number 8.
This is going to be another one where I have to look up how to say it real quick.
Sweet. All right. What?
It said D.E.D. Moras.
What?
Let's go. Did Moros.
I really don't know that. Yeah, let's go with one I already guessed, but since it was incorrect, it's still on the playing field. Let's go with Russia because I have no idea.
Final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
In Russia, Christmas is actually celebrated on the 7th of January.
No way.
Which is the Orthodox Christmas, and therefore goes by a different calendar. However, people do exchange presents on New Year's Eve. It is believed that Dad Moroz, or Grandfather Frost, the Russian interpretation and name for Santa Claus, brings presents to help with his granddaughter, Snegurka, Snegurka.
I will never understand Russian.
Russian is so complicated.
It is.
The tradition goes that children make a circle around the Christmas tree and called for Ded Moroz and his granddaughter When they appear, the star and other lights on the tree will light up.
All right. Okay. All right. I'll take it.
Alrighty. Now, I'm not telling this to jinx you or to psych you out. So you only need one more correct answer to win.
And I only have 2 more
We
questions.
have 2 more questions.
Oh no. All right. All right.
Just remain calm.
Knocking
Remain
on wood.
confident. This is very easy, you know?
Con-
You've done this. You've done this 5 times already.
All
You
right.
got this.
I think I'm ready. Maybe.
Noel Baba.
Oh, you are freaking killing me.
In what language is he called Noel Baba?
It sounds. See, the issue is, it sounds either African, but again, that's a continent, and there's so many countries in Africa. It also sounds a little Middle Eastern, possibly.
Well, I'm going to tell you the name of the language is also a country. So it does that sort of like English is from England.
Yeah, but essentially every country that has its own language.
Not necessarily. Like with India, the main language is Hindu because there's no like Indian language. There's actually
Right.
there's actually a bunch of different languages that are spoken, and Hindu is only the most common.
Right. I just
So now,
if it is an African language,
mhm,
there's so many countries in Africa, my guy.
mhm.
There's so many.
Yeah.
If it is, even if it is a Middle Eastern language, there's so many different countries.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin. I want to die.
You have to know how much joy these quizzes bring me, especially in moments like this where you're like,
well, good for you.
Just
Good.
when the panic sets in.
Well, I'm sitting here I'm set. I'm doing great. And you throw me impossible guess.
It's not impossible.
It-
Just think of countries.
Think of countries. You know how many countries are in the world, my guy? There's a lot.
At least 3.
Yeah, at least 3. You know what? I'll even venture to say at least 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think there's over like 100 at least.
Yeah, there's quite a bit. It's just Noel Baba, right?
Noel Baba.
Let's go. Can I look up I'll show you the screen if you want, but just like a map of the continent of Africa, like I did last week.
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You're only allow it because it's not even remotely in Africa. And I'm going on.
I'm allowing it because there's 2 questions left and you only need 1 to win.
Right.
So if you get this wrong, you'll still have a shot to win.
Will I? There's a lot of countries here. I don't like it.
Don't like it.
I don't know what language any of these speak either, though, is the big issue here. You know what? Let's go something that's like right smack dab in the middle, because I don't know. Right smack dab in the middle, because it's... No, but I don't know if that's a language. I don't know what language they speak there. Crap! Because there's so... I hate you so much.
I'm gonna have to start counting you down.
No, countdowns
5,
make it even
4,
worse.
3, 2,
Ethiopia.
1.
I don't know.
Final answer.
Final answer. Sure.
Christmas isn't widely celebrated in Turkey.
Turkey.
But some families celebrate popular Christmas traditions on New Year's Eve, and they might even have a New Year's Eve tree and give gifts.
That's wild.
Noel Baba is Turkish for Father Christmas.
All right. Daddy Christmas.
Sorry, that just made me think of that girl that would like, she's like, Daddy God.
Please, Daddy God. Please, Daddy, accept our forgiveness.
Stop. All right, for number 10, this is gonna be another one where I'm just gonna play it to listen to the pronunciation.
All right.
Święty Mikołaj.
Excuse me, that's not a language.
Święty Mikołaj.
I despise you.
Święty Mikołaj.
That-
Święty Mikołaj. If I am pronouncing that, and please know that I am just listening to what Google Translate said. Ooh.
This is like extremely upsetting because I have no idea, and I'm gonna lose again for the like 10th week in a row. I'm not gonna be a 4-leaf clever boy. Because I really have remotely no idea. Ukraine. I don't know. Ukraine. Which is, yeah, Ukraine. Let's go.
Final answer.
I'm fully prepared to not get it. And I'm okay with that. I'm not, but I am.
No. Okay, I'll ask you after I read this.
Oh boy. Okay.
In Poland,
Whatever.
it is generally believed that Saint Nicholas, which is what it is in English, brings presents which are opened after the Christmas Eve supper is finished. Sometimes the adults tease children by dragging out their meals, so they have to wait longer for presents. In some of Poland, there are different traditions. In the East, presents are given by Dziek Moroz, the same dead Moroz in Russia. And in Western or Northern Poland, people believe that Grinzior, the starman, brings them.
Cool.
I don't think I pronounced any of those right, and I apologize. That means you are still a triple clever winner, except you are a 4-time loser.
4-time loser. That's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough, buddy.
It's just you have 4 L's in the shape, 4 hands in the shape of an L in your forehead.
Okay. All right, buddy.
All right, Matt. Are you ready for our main topic this week?
I am ready.
All right. Did you make proper lists this week, or?
Yes. Yeah, I made an actual proper list.
Good.
Yeah, it's a sure. You know how hard it was for me to order these songs? Because like,
yeah, that was the point of it. It's supposed to be hard because these songs are good.
I don't like ordering things because then it makes the lower ones feel bad.
Well, it would if they had feelings.
They do have feelings.
They do. Having feeling and having feelings are different things.
You don't think Mariah Carey has she has no feelings that it's not on my top 12 list?
Mariah Carey has over 12 trillion streams on Spotify. She does not need you to put her at number 9 on your list to make her feel better.
Whatever. All right. I am ready. The list is made.
Awesome. Would you like to go first with your?
Are we starting with 12?
We are doing our top 12 favorite Christmas songs.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes,
I mean, the
sorry.
listeners probably would.
The real fans would have known that, but
I'm sure they would have caught on, if anything.
Yeah. I feel like as good hosts, though, we should explain what we're doing and not just do it.
Cat.
When did the cat get in my room?
El Gato.
Oh, you know that, but you can't figure out Papa Noel.
Listen, there's a lot of countries that speak the same language or similar languages, so it's very difficult
you for
to
the
pinpoint
language.
which
I was
one.
asking for the language.
I know, but it doesn't. Okay, we're moving on. My number 12 is "Oh Holy Night" by Lincoln Brewster. I'm a big fan in the church Christmas services. I'm a big fan of "Oh Holy Night." But not like that big a fan. So it's that's
So
why
that's
it's my
why it's at
number
number
12.
12.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. This is a
And
solid song.
also I was running out of songs. So my mom was helping me a little bit with some of the songs.
Nice.
But she played it and I'm like, all right, that's chill. I like it. All right.
I actively was listening to my Christmas playlist while making this. Like I was scrolling through like, okay,
I
I
was
like that song, I like
also
that one.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Number 12. Marley and Marley.
Marley and Marley.
It's from the Muppets Christmas Carol.
Ah, I see.
It's the song that Jacob Marley and his brother, I forget what they named him, but it's Waldorf and Stantler as the Marley brothers,
Mhm.
coming to warn Scrooge that the ghosts are coming. It's such a great song. Um, Waldorf and Stantler are my favorite Muppets.
Yeah. Yep.
So of course their song from that movie would be my favorite. Yes, it's also my favorite Christmas movie.
Of course. Yes, I did know that. All right, what's your number 11?
Okay, so my number 11 is going to
Mhm.
sound boring at first, but you have to wait. So it's
Okay.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer,
All right.
but it's the DMX version.
The D. I, I didn't know that.
Y'all
There's
have to
a
look it up on Spotify. There's a DMX version of Rudolph the
There's a
Red-Nosed Reindeer, and
DMX
it's
version.
everything that phrase sounds like and more.
All right, I'm really gonna have to listen to that one. I'm sure
It's so good.
phenomenal.
Absolute phenomenon.
My number 11. I hate this song. Okay,
Uh-huh.
but I love this version.
Okay.
It's "Little Drummer Boy" by For King and Country.
Okay.
They bring in a lot of the instrumental stuff, and it's
Right.
just I've seen them in concert a few times, and I just love their show. So it's a decent Christmas song. Again, I ran out of my own ideas, so I was getting help from other people, but I do like this one.
I think that's a good choice because I don't know why, but like a lot of people when they do Little Drummer Boy, what they get wrong is the drums in it.
Right.
And the King of Country always does great percussion. So it
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me that made it on your list.
Yeah.
What you got for number 10?
My number 10 is again another song I heard for the first time tonight, but I love both the singers in it. So it's "Baby It's Cold Outside" by Michael Bublé and Idina Menzel.
Okay.
I love Wicked. It's one of my favorite of the show tunes, the Broadway musicals. And I also love Michael Bublé, so it's kind of like the perfect combination.
Monsieur Bubbles, yes. I agree. I have Michael Bublé's Christmas album on my playlist.
Good album.
Do I have him on here? I don't have any of his songs, but well, I mean, like him and Mariah Carey, they're like known as the harbingers of Christmas. So
Right.
like, clearly their songs are good.
Yeah.
I think there's just more sentimental like reasons behind a lot of the songs that I picked.
Yeah.
So like I'll listen to Michael Bublé. His version of White Christmas is almost as iconic as Bing Crosby's, but I don't have him on my list, but I like that pick.
Once I get to songs, like the next one I have is gonna be a more sentimental one.
Right.
Like once I get to songs that I knew before tonight,
for sure.
Yeah, they'll definitely be a bit more sentimental.
My number 10 is Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer.
Oh, of course it is.
It's the home free version.
Yeah.
Home Free, for those of you who don't know, I don't know if you know this, Matt, they are an a cappella group that traditionally cover country songs. They are very good, and I like this one a lot. It just having that like country twang to Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer is sort of like just
you
like
have Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
It's like when you have a sundae and you sprinkle like sprinkles on it.
Yeah.
It doesn't add a lot of flavor, but like the texture that it adds.
Oh yeah. You have like 3 home free Christmas albums on that Christmas playlist.
Do you follow my Christmas playlist?
Yes, I absolutely follow your Christmas playlist, mostly because my favorite Christmas song is on there. And I
Dude,
didn't have
if
my
we
own
have the
Christmas playlist.
favorite Christmas song, like if we both have the same favorite Christmas song, that's gonna be great.
We will see.
Okay.
All right. Are we on number 9?
Yes. I think it's my go though.
Yeah.
I don't know what Christmas is, but it's Christmas time.
Nope, that ship
But
has sailed.
The old 97s.
Yep.
What do you mean that ship has sailed?
You'll see. Never mind.
Is there something wrong with them now? Are they canceled
No.
after a week?
No, they're great.
I love that song.
It's a good song.
I've listened to it 4 or 5 times since I watched that show. Like I think it's perfect for like a new Christmas song, because like a lot of people will just cover old songs and kind of make them new, but like I think it's hard to write a new Christmas song.
Yeah.
And I think they did a really good job of that. And it fits the style of what the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special was.
Is it so low on your list because it's new? Like just because you haven't really had time to traditionalize it yet?
That and just the other ones just have a little bit more impact. Like you said, like these ones, the ones higher on my list, sorry, have more significance to like my childhood. And so like, I mean, it is newer. So I think like after given a little bit more time, it'll be higher.
Yeah.
It's incredibly well written, well performed. It sounds great. Like it's incredible. It's just not, it doesn't have the same impact as some other songs do.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. All right. My number 9 is the 12 Days of Christmas by Relient K. That's such a good version of that
I like
song.
that version a lot. I was listening to that on my way home today.
Yeah, no, it is a great version of that song. I mean, like you were just saying, like a lot of people are taking classic songs and they're like making it new or refreshing it a little bit. And I think they did a very good job of just making it like from a pretty boring song to a really, really fun song.
Well, the 12 Days of Christmas is one of those songs where everyone has a version of it.
Yeah, right.
And so like when you do it, you have to make it stand out. And it really feels like a Relient K song.
Yeah.
Like it is in their version of like that pop punk style. It's very 2007.
Yeah.
I think at one point they instead of 5 golden rings, they say, somebody order me some pizza or something like that, right?
Yeah,
that's just like a youth group vibe, and so like that's why I think of every time I hear it.
Christmas time, we would always play that youth group all the time.
For sure.
Yep. All right, it's number 8, right?
Number 8 for you, yeah.
All right, so my number 8 is A Hallelujah Christmas.
Okay.
It's essentially a Christmas parody, I guess, a Christmas version of Hallelujah.
Interesting.
Where it's all about like baby Jesus and stuff like that instead of what Hallelujah is. Hallelujah is a great song. Don't get me wrong. Little overdone, but it's a great song.
I have a playlist of every single version of that song that I come across.
Nice. But yeah, I saw the video a long time ago, and like back when I saw this song, it was like it was at the point where I was looking for songs to sing, basically.
Right.
And any song that I could sing was like just automatically on my list. Like it is on my favorites list. It's something because I enjoy singing a lot. I enjoy singing in the car, all that jazz. I don't like singing in front of people very much, but I do enjoy singing. So that made its way on my list because I love Hallelujah, and it was kind of like a Jesus version.
Makes sense. All right, my number 8. It's actually another song by Reliant K. I Celebrate the Day.
Oh, that's such a good one. That's
Yeah.
that's a bit higher on my list, but that is a good song.
If you're not familiar with it, it's sort of just like going deeper into like the religious reasons behind Christmas.
Mhm.
It's hard to explain the vibe of it. Like it's a slower and softer Christmas song. Um, and it's just like deep and sort of impactful. I almost put the other one that's sort of like Mary Did You Know, but like Jesus Did You Know? Like
Yeah.
but I think this one just hits a little bit harder on it,
Yeah.
and like it still is a Christmas song, but it's more into like the Jesus side of Christmas.
Right.
Um, so I like it a lot.
Yeah. I mean, if the listeners didn't know, Connor and I both grew up very Christian, going to church a lot, stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I'm sure a lot of these songs are going to be either Christian versions or something, or there's like Christian artists, stuff like that. Plenty of mine are.
I think that's the last one that's really Christian-y,
Okay.
except for maybe one more.
I think I've like two more Reliant K ones, because Reliant K has one of the best Christmas albums I've ever listened to.
It's a very solid album.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, what number are we on now? Or
I just did my number 8. Have you done your 8?
yes, I did my 8. So you're on
Okay,
7.
so it's my 7.
Two people with ADHD trying to keep a list together.
My number 7 is Little Saint Nick by the Beach Boys.
Oh boy, the Beach Boys. Why aren't they
Yes.
on your list? I didn't see them on your playlist.
They're on there.
Are they? I
Yeah.
must have missed that.
Their version of this is on there. In high school, we did a men's choir. And there wasn't a lot of us there, maybe like 10 to 12 of us. And our choir director, she didn't really take it as seriously as the other choirs. So we were allowed to have a little bit more fun. And
Mhm.
so we did this song. And it's just like it's a fun upbeat vibe. I always like the lyrics confuse me. I don't know what they're talking about, because it starts talking about Santa and then it's talking about a sled. So is it Little Saint Nick as in Santa, or is the sled called Little Saint Nick? Like I was just confused on the naming conventions,
Right.
but otherwise I can sing it almost perfectly.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's a fun song, I'm sure. Beach Boys is always a good time.
For sure.
My number 7 is Underneath the Tree by Kelly Clarkson. Now, before you
Get
oh boy.
off the tree. Down. Oi.
We're both having pet problems tonight.
I don't even like the cat. He's mean to me.
Underneath the Tree is.
Get off the tree.
Do you need to
Sorry.
handle this?
I got it. He's fine. He's done.
Okay. Underneath the Tree is my number 7. I'm sorry. All right. So the reason I have that is I would I would hear it a lot, like in stores and stuff like that. It was almost like as much as Kelly Clarkson, as Mariah Carey.
I was getting them confused.
It's actually a pretty decent song. Like I enjoy kind of jamming out to it. It's got a good chorus.
What are some of the lyrics? Because I'm not sure if I know it.
I can't. It won't sound good if I play it.
Just read off the lyrics.
Yeah, I gotta find them first.
It's number 7 on your list, and you don't know
Clarkson.
the lyrics, man.
Underneath the Tree. No, I don't know any of the lyrics. It's actually one of those songs where I just like kind of like I don't know any of the words.
Do you ever when you're driving? Do you ever just go?
Oh, absolutely.
For those listening, I bobbed my head back and forth. Jolly.
I didn't know that was the words. It's "You're Here, Where You Should Be, Snow is Falling" as the carolers sing. It just wasn't the same. We're
Don't worry, it's not a copyright strike if you sing it badly.
yeah, it's not copyrighted for it's a parody, right? No, you know what? Screw copyright. Who cares? I'll just play it.
I care. Do not play it. Let's just
Nobody's-
move on.
Do you
Just
really
move
think
on.
Kelly Clarkson's listening to our podcast right now?
Do you not want her to? And she, and she listens, and we're just playing her music.
Okay.
For free.
All right, fine. Underneath the Tree, for those who know it, you know what a banger it is. For Connor, just go listen to it, I guess.
I will listen to it.
All
Do
right,
your
what's
number
your
6.
Okay. My number 6 is "I Celebrate the Day" by Reliant K. Such a good song. I performed this one in high school. And it was great. Great fun. Love the song. It's just good.
Yes, very, very much. Very good.
I don't want to like reword everything you said, but like
I mean, we already talked about it, so that's fine. My number 6 is "Santa Claus is Coming to Town" by Bruce Springsteen.
by Bruce Springsteen. Okay.
Yes. So when I was younger, my uncle burnt my mom a CD of Christmas songs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was almost fully Christmas songs. The "Help" by the Beatles was on the end of it. Like it was the last song on the CD. But Bruce Springsteen's
Bruce-steen.
the cat is messing me up. Get down.
My new favorite artist, Bruce-steen.
Bruce Spring. You know. I'm sorry. I have to get
Yeah,
this cat.
take the cat out.
All right, so the cat's dead. So yes, Bruce Springsteen. My uncle burnt that CD, and we listened to it, and that was just one of the songs on there. So his version of it is just the one that's really ingrained in my head. I think he asks like his saxophone players, like, "We've been a good boy this year. Santa gonna bring you a saxophone?" And like the saxophone player plays a little saxophone riff, or maybe that was from a different song, but like whichever song that's from, because I have another one that could be from. No, it is that one. Yes. it is.
Okay. All right.
But just that's in like it's locked in. That's
Yeah.
never gonna go away.
Right. You wake up at 4 a.m. on some days and just like that's in your head. It's just going off.
I just wake up and I go, "Bruce Steen, string swing." He's Santa coming down, and he has
All right. What's your number 5?
number 5 is another song from A Muppet Christmas Carol.
Of
And
course.
it's "One More Sleep Till Christmas."
One more sleep till Christmas. All right. I repeat you too much. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Let's
You
stop
repeat me
doing that.
too much. "One More Sleep Till Christmas" is early on in the movie, but after Kermit, who plays Bob Cratchit in the movie, and the other bookkeepers at Scrooge's office are closing up, this is the song they sort of sing during that, and it's talking about like, well, today, like, it might be bad and like it might be upsetting to live like this, but guys, there's only one more sleep till Christmas. Like, it's such a hopeful song of like, this is the happiest day of the year. This is what we're looking forward to. Like, it may be bad now, but like as soon as we wake up, it's gonna be a happy, happy day.
All right. Yeah. The hope of Christmas. Yeah. It's fair.
And nothing is more hopeful than a frog.
Than a frog telling you to be hopeful. I mean, to be fair, Kermit is the embodiment of hope and optimism and happiness. So
Oh, definitely. And then you got Tiny Tim, who's just like this little baby frog.
oh, he's so cute. He's like one of my favorite Muppets. He's so tiny. All right.
I like at the end when Scrooge picks him up and like clearly there's a man's hand in this puppet as he's lifting it onto his shoulder, and they have to do it in a way where it doesn't look like he is.
Oh, I like I I love Muppets. Like anything Muppets related is just golden. It's amazing. Um, Mostly just because they're so hilariously funny while also telling some great stories.
For
Yes.
sure.
Love them.
All right. So that is my number 5. Matt, what is your number 5?
My number 5 is All I Want for Christmas Is You. But nay, it is not by that
Me?
Mariah Carey. It is by Michael Bublé. It's just Michael
It's-
Bublé Christmas album is just on loop during Christmas time at my house. So
We said it earlier. Michael Bublé.
you're like combining first and last names. Michael Bublé.
I woke up at 4:30 this morning
Maybe you should have
and
not
could not
done
go
that.
back to sleep until 7.
That's rough. Been there,
Yeah.
done that.
Michael Bublé and Mariah Carey, as we said earlier, are just classic artists, and this is just putting them together, basically.
Yeah,
And it's a solid choice.
absolutely. Man, now I'm tired. Your tiredness is running off of me, rubbing off of me. Oh, here we go. My number 4 is Mary Did You Know by Pentatonics. I love Pentatonics. I've always loved Pentatonics. Well, I can't say always, but since I discovered them from my lovely
Right.
sister, I've been pretty obsessed with their music, and Pentatonics just really hits the spot with Mary Did You Know.
I agree. It's a very solid choice. I'm going to spoil right now that's not on my list.
Oh man.
The only reason why is it was so immensely popular and like it got played so much. Like, oh my goodness, sorry.
You're fine.
The year like it blew up, I think it was like 2017 or whatever. My pastor did the Christmas sermon on that.
Oh my goodness,
And
really?
it's like I was like, we get what the song was about. Like, you know how like every year it seems like the same information is sort of like discovered in the church, and so like everyone's talking about it. Like that's that year that was just like what everyone was talking about. Like it's a fantastic song. It
Right.
moves me to my core every single time I hear it. But I don't even hear it all the time.
Yeah, I mean that's essentially how I feel about Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. It's just like the song that brings in the Christmas season for everybody, and it's a bit annoying hearing it every time I'm in a store.
Right. I mean, I consider a hardcore honorable mention. It's just not on my list.
That's fair. That's fair.
My number 4, however, is White Christmas by Bing Crosby.
All right.
I know you don't like classic movies.
Yeah.
But the movie White Christmas is a classic. I didn't talk about it last week. But it's, I think, one of my mom's favorite Christmas movies. So it's one that I've watched a few times.
Yeah.
And I like the music from it.
Okay.
Because Bing Crosby, like first and foremost, I think was a singer. And so like you get solid singing from him and his co-stars in that movie.
Mhm.
And to me, White Christmas is just like that like, yeah, that's a Christmas song.
Yeah.
Like
that's fair.
if you hear it and you like listen to it and you get that feeling of like, yeah, this is Christmas time right here.
I got you. I'm not, again, it's I don't know if it's like the older stuff. It just
Mhm.
my brain doesn't like it. Like it doesn't like hearing it. So Bing Crosby is not really my favorite, but
It's also super slow, and I know your ADHD can't handle that.
I'm too impatient. Although I mean,
When the first 5 seconds are I'm dreaming, it's like
Yeah, no, I mean, I have some slow songs on here, like especially with I Celebrate Today. It's very slow,
Right.
but I can sing to it. I can sing every word, and it's not like I couldn't sing. Maybe if any of our listeners are like professional singing coaches, they can walk me through this. I don't know how to like sing. I don't know how to sing like people like Dean Martin, Bing Crosby, like with those very unique voices. Even Michael Bublé has a very unique classic kind of voice that you expect to find on records. You know what I mean? I don't know how to do that. I don't know how they did that.
I think it's sort of the way I think about it is singing with an Atlantic accent. Do you know what the Atlantic accent is?
Not even remotely.
It's sort of the accent that people developed early on in like movies and television and things like that because they felt like they had to be a little more they had to watch their diction a little bit more because of the
Right.
recording technology. And so like the most famous example I can think of is if you ever watched Frasier, he has an Atlantic accent. And
Okay.
it's sort of just like a mixture between the American and British accent where it sounds a little more posh and upper class.
Right.
But it's just a way to help your diction and like your syllables like pop a little bit more so that you're a little more understandable. And so like a lot of older singers and like that loungy motif had that sort of diction to their songs because they were older and I think it's the recording technology back then. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I keep burping.
You're totally fine. At least.
I'm editing all of them out, but I still feel bad.
What do you mean? All of the ASMR that these people are getting is just.
They're not going to enjoy me burping into the microphone. And now he made a joke about it, and I have to leave it in. But yeah,
Isn't that great?
now I forget what I was talking about, so I'm just going to go to number 3.
Sounds fair.
Number 3 is "Wonderful Christmas Time" by Paul McCartney.
By Paul McCartney. All right.
Yes. Simply having a
Yeah.
wonderful Christmas time.
Right.
This is another one that was on my uncle's CD that he burned for us.
Yeah.
So like I just heard it so many times. And I didn't know it was Paul McCartney for the longest time.
Oh, I didn't know until you just said it. If I'm being
Yeah.
100% honest.
It doesn't sound like him at all.
Yeah.
And I think like the only song, and I could be wrong, but he sings "Hey Jude" for the Beatles, but it sounds so different than what he's saying. It sounds like in "A Wonderful Christmas Time." But it just has that like that poppy 80s feel. I think it came out in the 80s, just like that feel. Is also just like just the way like it swings to it and like the mood is right.
Yeah.
We're here tonight.
Yeah.
Like that feel, I've always really liked. It was one of my favorite ones.
Yeah. That is completely fair. I recognize the song. It's like one of those every Christmas season it's on in every store, but like
Right.
it's still good. It's still very good. It's something I kind of forget about a lot. But.
Yeah.
All right. My number 3, and hold on to your socks. Get ready for this one. Yeah, are you holding on?
Hold on.
Both socks or just one? Oh, you're getting both. Okay, you're not.
I'm holding on to them.
All right. Now hold on to your hats. All right. 12 Days of a Pop Punk Christmas by Jared Alagi.
I don't know that one.
Really?
I don't think I do.
It's on your playlist, my guy.
Is it?
Yes. Regardless, it's a really good song.
Is it on the playlist?
Yeah. It's like I think one of the days is khaki shorts.
Oh yes,
yeah.
that's great.
Yes, it's a great version. Little twist on the song. Snapback hats.
Yeah. I think
khaki shorts.
I think that's my third favorite version of 12 Days of Christmas.
It's good. It's so good.
Well, it does what we were talking about earlier, where it takes a classic song and revamps it, and it doesn't take away from it. It just reinvigorates it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good. It's good.
All right, Matt, what's your number 2?
Oh yeah, you were okay. Sleigh Ride by Reliant K. This is my absolute favorite version of the song. It's always been my favorite version of the song. I love it. That's it. And it starts off like really slow, and then like with no instruments, like maybe just like a little bit of like something, but like it's really slow, just kind of like and then it like picks up like in Reliant K fashion, and it's just Love it. It's phenomenal.
Nice. All right. My number 2 is the 12 Days of Christmas, the Straight No Chaser version.
Straight no chaser version. Okay.
This is peak chaos. It's a cappella again. I know some people don't like a cappella songs, but this one needed to be a cappella because they start singing 12 Days of Christmas, the normal, boring version. And then they start messing up. And then to cover, they start singing just random Christmas songs. And so they start integrating that into the 12 Days of Christmas, and it starts like overlapping, and like in the performance, they're getting upset with each other. And like at one point, the Jewish member of the group starts singing dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. And they're like, it's the 12 Days of Christmas, not 12 Days of Hanukkah. It's a Christmas midnight.
Man.
And then they start singing a 12 Days of Christmas version of Africa by Toto. And it's incredible. If that phrase, 12 Days of Christmas version of Africa by Toto, does not get you listening to this song as
Hooked on
soon
this
as this
song.
episode is finished, I don't know what else will.
I'm going to listen to this song right away.
It's
Not gonna lie.
it's so good.
Uh-huh. No, that sounds phenomenal. All right. What's your number 1?
My number 1 is His Favorite Christmas Story by Capital Lights.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Capital Lights is good.
it's basically a song about a story. So I'm just gonna read the lyrics to you
Okay.
if I can learn how to spell.
That would take years of teaching.
Okay, here we go.
Mhm.
He met her up in Delaware in 1937. She was wearing red lipstick to match her pretty dress. December 24th at 11:15 is when he finally gained the courage to ask her to dance. So it's based around that story.
Yeah.
And it talks about how this guy goes through his life. He's a traveling salesman. He's in a diner one day, either on Christmas or near Christmas, and the waitress asks for his favorite Christmas story. So he tells her about this night, about this woman. He finally got the courage to ask her to dance. It was perfect, but he never got her name.
Mm.
And it's like one of those like, I regret this, but like, it's such a great memory that I have. Goes through life, finally settles down, and he's like in his 50s at this point. He doesn't have kids, doesn't have a family, but the neighborhood kids would always come over and listen to his stories from when he was on the road. And their favorite story was about the story of the girl with no name. And they would come over every Christmas and listen to it, even though they all knew the story by heart. They would come over and listen to it. Eventually, it comes to the guy's on his deathbed,
Mhm.
and he has this nurse in with him. He says, before I die, can you tell me your favorite Christmas story? And the woman tells the story, but it's from her perspective, because the nurse that's in the room with him is the girl with no name.
Oh, wow.
And then he dies.
Oh, that's rough.
He finally finds her again and then dies.
Yeah.
So like, it's sad, but it's upbeat and like pop. Like it's like such. It's so good. And like
Who
my
knew
brother-
that you could be so sentimental?
my brother played it for me for the first time, and it's like, yeah, this is.
Oh,
But he just found her again. No,
I think that's like the first time I heard I can't remember, Mama's Shoes for Christmas or whatever the name of the
Christmas
song.
shoes. Yeah.
Christmas Shoes, yeah. The first time I heard that, I was like, "Oh, this is kind of sweet," and then I was like, "Oh no, this is not sweet. This is so sad."
Buy these shoes. That's on my playlist. I think I have 2 different versions of it,
Yeah.
and I had a sort of rough week, and it kept coming up, and I was like, nope, next song. I can't.
Nope.
Cannot do that right now. I am driving.
If I listen to this song, I will cry for the next week straight. I'll be crying the entire podcast. I'll be crying everything.
Oh, it's. I don't know how it could be such a sad song.
Yeah, for Christmas too. Like, come on. It's about cheer and happiness.
You're supposed to have a Merry Christmas.
not a
I don't want to live anymore Christmas. But his
All right.
favorite Christmas story is my number one Christmas song.
All right. Yeah. Our number one. That's what I meant earlier by that ship has sailed, because you said my number one at like number 9.
That's your number one now?
I don't know what Christmas is, but Christmas time is here. But the old 97s. Can't
That's
read.
your favorite Christmas song?
That is my favorite Christmas song. It is a jam. It is
Okay.
hilarious. Most of these songs are new-ish takes
Right.
on a bunch of the same song. Like it's
Yeah.
same song over and over and over again. And like, yeah, the newish takes are great and they can be some of my favorite songs. But this is a brand new song. It is hilarious because, and I'm nothing if not a comedy monster. Everything that gets shoveled into my brain has to be funny, or else I will spiral into a deep depressive episode.
I mean, that's why you adopted me as your best friend.
Exactly. So, I laugh so hard every time I listen to this song. I've been showing people it's brand spanking new, I know, but like it's just so good. It's so good.
My favorite part about it is like in the actual show. I don't know if they say it in the song on Spotify or whatever. Is when Peter Quill just goes, "Did you guys just get these instruments?" It's fully professional recorded music, and in the story, they just found these instruments.
Yes. Yeah. No. It's so. It's just so good on so many different levels. But I think the best part to me is rain, 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 rain. Dear,
Dear.
Like that's peak Alien to me, like funny Alien, I guess.
And it's great because like it's what you expect from the game of telephone that happened, because Beezer heard it from Cosmo, who heard it from Rocket, who heard it from Kraglin, who heard it from Peter, who was 8 years old when he got abducted.
Yeah.
So it's just like, how far can we dilute what Christmas is? From an 8-year-old to a giant man-child that barely knows what's going on half the time,
Yeah.
to a raccoon, to a Russian psychic dog, to this alien.
Speaking of Russian psychic dogs, Cosmo is one of my favorite characters in all of like MCU, like ever. I love Cosmo so much.
Well, they're a character now.
I
I mean,
know.
they've been
and
there
I'm
since the first Guardians of the Galaxy, but now she can speak.
I hope they continue with Cosmo, like even just a side character, but like Cosmo is just a good character in general. I love Cosmo. Cosmo's
Yeah.
so good. Maybe someday we'll get the little shark buddy in the MCU, but we'll
see.
see.
We'll see. Well, there you have it, folks. Those are our top 12 Christmas songs. And so that you can share in our Christmas joy, look out on our Instagram at some point. We are going to be posting a link to a playlist that we're going to create with these songs on it, and maybe a few other songs that we think can define your Christmas experience if you want to truly be a garlic boy.
You can't
Matt,
truly be a garlic boy unless you do everything that this podcast tells you to do.
if you don't live exactly how we live, you're not staying garlicly.
Exactly. And isn't that's the epitome of our show at the very end. We tell you to stay garlicky, and if you're not staying garlicky, then what's the point even?
What have you been doing, my eye? Like,
you're wasting
that's not very
you're
chill of
wasting
you.
your time. You're wasting your time. I can't say you're wasting ours because
You're
we
not
love
wasting
when you-
ours. You're wasting your time.
We
Because
love
this
when
is
you
an
listen.
hour-long episode, and you listen to it.
but please come back for the next
Oh
episode.
yeah,
I
we
promise
really,
it
we
won't
really
be-
need you to keep coming back. If you could also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Patreon.
all that
we,
jazz.
we plug that to you.
Everything but Facebook, because Facebook is for old people.
Matt doesn't know how to work Facebook. But honestly, yeah, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for more from us, as well as you can support us on Patreon and look out for new episodes of the video version of the podcast dropping on YouTube every Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to tell them what we're planning for next week, or do we want to keep it a secret?
Let's just say we are having two very special guests to the podcast. One that actually supports us and one that says that she wants to.
Oh man, that's a dig, but I can't wait for this episode. I'm so excited.
Matt, any final thoughts?
I have not a thought left in this brain. No.
Well, you know what that means. It's time for us to let you know to remember, stay.
Garlicky. Just keep going with it,
I'm
Connor.
so disappointed in you all
Never
the time.
lines up. I literally just said stay garlicky.
That's all you have to do is just stay garlicky.
I did, and you just quit halfway through, so don't blame me.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.